Hi everybody, I am Dr. James, Senior Fellows in Gynae-Onco Department at Narayana Health Cities, Bangalore. As we know that January is the month of cervical cancer awareness. We are here to discuss regarding that thing in the prevention of the cervical cancers. Cervical cancer is the most commonest gynecological cancers in India. More than 77,000 women died because of this dreadful disease in 2020 alone in India. If there is anything to prevent this dreadful disease and save all those women who died because of these cancers, we are here to discuss regarding the prevention of these diseases. With us is Dr. Rohit Ranade, consultant of gynae-oncology. Sir, welcome, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Uh, uh, so first of all, what I want to know is there any option to prevent this dreadful disease, sir?
Yeah, I think as you have rightly said, it's one of the commonest gynecological cancers, and the problem is very, very severe. As you have told, more than 77,000 deaths have occurred. We have seen about more than a lakh cases in India every year, and this is very common in the Indian subcontinent as well as in the African population. And yes, if you ask if I have to answer your question in one word, yes, there is a way to prevent this disease.
What are the things which we can do to prevent this disease or any screening or anything?
So if you look at now options, I mean, if you look at understanding a disease of how to prevent it, you need to know how the disease occurs. Now we know that the cancer of the uterine cervix, or this known as cervical cancer, is mainly caused by a virus. Now the virus is known as a human papilloma virus. So now the research has gone into two ways on how to prevent it. One is to detect it early, that is known as screening.
Yes, sir.
And second, as science has developed, our efforts are on to develop a vaccine. So this is a two-way approach by which we are trying to prevent the deaths because of cervical cancer.
So how does this HPV usually contracted, sir?
Yeah, so as HPV is a sexually transmitted disease, so that's the commonest mode of transfer of somebody acquiring a HPV infection. I just want to add one thing. It's just that because somebody is infected with HPV doesn't mean that the lady will get cancer. It is only the persistent HPV. That is, somebody needs to be HPV infected for more than 10 to 15 years is the reason why somebody can have cervical cancer. So that is something which is very, very important.
So you have just mentioned regarding the vaccination, sir. Who should get the vaccine, sir, actually, sir?
So it's very important to know, because just by this I mean, just vaccinating everybody is not going to help. So WHO has laid down very strict guidelines and clear guidelines for that. So in women, the age of vaccination is between 9 to 13. The importance is you need to give the vaccine as early as possible before somebody is sexually exposed.
Okay, sir.
So now it's important to know that the vaccine will just prevent the infection. But once somebody is HPV infected, the vaccine will not eliminate the infection. So you need to give it as early as possible.
Okay, sir. Like till what age can we give, sir, regard?
So technically we can give it till the age of 26, or 26 is something which I would consider till the age at which we can give it. But again, you need, when you are vaccinating somebody who is already sexually exposed, you need to tell them that this is not foolproof, as the reasons that I have quoted previously.
Okay. So, is there any role that you have mentioned earlier that sexually transmitted disease before the first sexual activity? Is there any role of giving the vaccination even if she has been already exposed to the sexually earlier, sir?
Yes. So see, that's something which is a little questionable. Yes. So as I said, it is going to act best if you give it before somebody is sexually exposed.
Okay, sir.
You can, if you can give it in somebody who is sexually exposed, but again the level of protection goes down.
Okay.
So that is something which is very, very important. One more point what I would like to make, which is very important, even though somebody takes vaccination, the lady still needs to undergo a regular screening. Screening is something which you cannot eliminate. For screening, you might do a pap smear, or you might do an HPV DNA, or you can do a visual inspection with acetic acid. So The fact that you are vaccinated doesn't mean that you should stop screening.
Okay, sir. So, what are the type of vaccines available in market right now, sir?
Yes. So in India, basically there are two vaccines which are available. One is a bivalent vaccine. Now you need to know that the HPV has different strains. There are about 13 high risk HPV strains. Commonest is HPV 16 and 18. Now the bivalent vaccine acts against HPV 16 and 18. There is also a quadrivalent vaccine which acts against 4 viruses, which is 16 and 18, and it also acts against 6, 10, 11. Now the dosing schedule of most of all of both of these vaccines is nearly the same. You give the first dose at 0 day, then at first month, and at 6 month.
Okay.
Now there is also a nonavalent vaccine which is available in the overseas. It acts against 9 viruses, but unfortunately it is, as of now, it is still not available in India.
So you have already mentioned earlier also that the woman who has already vaccinated should be screening also.
Yes, that is absolutely very, very important. One cannot stop screening if the lady has been vaccinated. Screening is most important.
So the lastly, what I want to know is what are the side effects of this vaccination, and is it really safe to take the vaccine, sir?
Yeah, that's a very important question which one needs to be considered. Now, see, the importance is when you are vaccinating somebody, you are essentially giving the injection to a healthy person. So, whenever any vaccine comes in the market, the side effects should be very, very minimum and they should be acceptable. Now, if you look at the data which is available, HPV vaccination as of now is quite safe. There are few side effects like on a simple vaccination, when you inject, you might have a little redness at the site, you might have a little pain at the site, and some swelling at the site. Now there have been some rare side effects such as a neuroparalysis or somebody developing convulsions, but that is very, very rare. So as of now, I would say as a whole, HPV vaccination is pretty safe.